Hi guys, my name is Jessie. I'm 25 and I have been diagnosed with endometriosis. First of all, sorry if I seem a little awkward. It's my first time doing this, so sorry. Um, I've had painful periods all my life, since I was 12 when I first had my first period. I remember missing a lot of days of school and I couldn't really do much. I couldn't get out of bed. I was first diagnosed with endometriosis in 2010, around fall time. I was in college, and I remember not able to walk a lot, and it was getting more harder to do anything every day. And one day I just felt so sick, and I couldn't walk. I had a lot of pain near my uterus area, and I had to go to the hospital. They kept checking, they kept doing tests over and over, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. So they did a ultrasound and some x-rays, and they found out that I have a 6 centimeter cyst on my right ovary, which really big, and they wanted to keep me in the hospital and to see if it was gonna was it torsion, to see if it did that. If not, then I'd go home. Well, in that case I didn't have that, but I stayed there for 3-4 days without anything to eat or anything to drink, and they finally let me go home with some pain medicine. They gave me Dilaudid to help ease some of the pain. I was at my boyfriend's house letting the dogs out, and then all of a sudden I felt this wave of pain go through my body and I fainted. Apparently my cyst ruptured. So I went back to the doctors and they did another ultrasound, and they said that it had ruptured and the fluid is still floating in the body, so my body's attacking it like it's a foreign body, and I would feel better. A couple weeks went by, I still felt crappy, and it got worse and worse every day. And I couldn't understand why I was in so much pain. I felt really alone. No one could tell me what's going on, not even the doctors. They said it's all in my head. And then my gynecologist I finally found, because my insurance sucks. So she has she prescribed me some more pain medicine, and then she knew what it was, but she didn't want to say exactly, which I didn't understand. But she sent me home with more pain medicine and then see if it helps. The pain got really bad where I had to withdraw from the semester from college, and it just prolonged everything. I couldn't do homework, I couldn't walk. All I did was lay in bed every day, cry. And then I went back to her pleading, you have to find something inside me. I don't know what it is, but I know something's there. It's not in my head. She says, okay, we'll go ahead and do surgery. And I was so happy that someone actually finally went ahead and did something. So the day after my birthday, 12/17 of 10, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. She saw multiple scarring, saw a little endo, but she didn't take it out. So from then on, she said that it would be best to go on birth control to slow the disease down but not completely stop it, and take it continuously to avoid periods so I won't be in as much pain. So I was put on rawest, which was good for a while, and then the insurance company stopped paying for it, because they're assholes. Excuse me. So I had to go on the generic, and I went on the generic and didn't do as a good job as the one before. And I always fought with people saying that generics are not as good as the originals, because I've been through it and I didn't like them. So then I was good for about maybe 2 years, and then sometime in 2012 I started having really bad pain again, and I went to another doctor. Well, actually, the doctor I had before, she has endometriosis, but she didn't want to tell me that in the first place, which in a way I understand. But she retired, and another girl came and took her place, and I love her. She's understanding. She'll do anything for me, and I'm really blessed to have that. She says she would do another lap surgery to see if I grew more endo inside me. So October 26th of 2012, I had another lap surgery, and she found some more scarring and some more endo, but not enough to affect my fertility at all, but she knew that it doesn't matter how much you have inside you, or whatever, to determine your pain, and I know that. But when I worked with her, and I was good for about 6 months. I had little pain to none, and I was able to do whatever I wanted in life. And then it hit me again in 2013. It hit me again, and the pain was really, really bad. It was to the point where it hurt to walk, it hurt to lay down, it hurt to do anything. I went to see a pain specialist, and I don't see them anymore because of this one doctor. She told me that I should get used to the pain because there's no cure, so I should better get used to it, and I should suck it up, and I'm not handling my anxieties and feelings right, so I should see a therapist because I'm not right in that head. That really hurt and made me feel like I am crazy. And to say that to anybody, but to say that to me who has anxiety and depression in the first place, it really hits a nerve. So I finally had the nerve to tell her off while asking for painkillers because I ran out. And I fought with her with that, but she gave me some to shut me up, I think, which is nice because I wouldn't go back there again. So I don't have a pain specialist because, one, I lost faith in them, and two, I don't think there's many pain specialists around here to take my insurance. So the pain got really bad, and when I was working at Goodwill, I was a cashier. And, for a place that's really good with disabled people, I thought, hey, they'd take me, and they did. So I was a cashier for a while, and I would work maybe 5 hours, maybe 4, and just the constant bending and standing up, picking up toys and clothes while the other workers won't do anything. Every time I come home, I'd be in pain. I would have to take long showers and a painkiller and go to bed, and I would just cry every night. And I asked to be put in the back, and they wouldn't because they said they have enough people, but they wouldn't accommodate me. So I was really depressed. I needed a new job, so I looked for a new job. I always wanted to do something with art, but with kids also. So I got another job as a assistant teacher at a church, but it's for an after-school program, and I love it. They're all female, and they have some friends that have endometriosis, but I don't think they really. I don't want them to think that, every time I'm hurting, I'm milking it, and I'm not. Because I know people out there just don't give it a second thought. But I switched over from Goodwill to this awesome job, and it's still kind of hard, but I'm able to sit down, which is really nice. But I was fine for a while, and then one day I was in so much pain that it just wouldn't stop. I lost my train of thought. I had so much trouble where I could barely stand again, and I had to get another surgery. November 25th of 2013. My doctor found more scarring and more endo on both my ureters, but she wouldn't take those out because she didn't want to risk it, which I understand, but it kind of sucks at the same time because you're going to be in that pain again. And then more on my muscle that holds up the uterus, which I'm not really sure what it's called right now. Recovery was really hard, and I was really surprised. It caught me by surprise because every other recovery was a breeze. This one, for some reason, was just so hard, and I was so afraid of losing my job, not able to work because I had student loans and trying to save up for a car. I don't even have a car, and I'm really scared that someday I won't be a mom. And it feels like every day is a wasted day. It feels like the way things are going now economically, I won't be able to get what I want. And it's very hard for me to really tell people what I have, because you're repeating yourself over and over, and people just don't understand it. And there will be people, especially women, that when I tell them what I have, they're like, oh yeah, my periods are so bad, I totally get you. I'm thinking, no, bitch, you don't. You don't understand. You don't get pain. You don't cry every day. You aren't able to stand. You won't be able to do anything. It's really hard. It is very hard to not really do anything where you want to walk. Lately, I've been very depressed and very, very unhappy. I have a very hard time getting motivated every day to put a smile on my face. It's very hard. Sorry. It hurts to even just do art, and I love doing art, and it's supposed to help me, but for some reason I can't get to that point where I can start art. It's very hard to just be with people because I'm just more of a wallflower more than anything. I lost some friendships because of the way I act. I don't know what to say. I just want people to really understand what I'm going through and not take me as a joke. I have a boyfriend, Matthew. We've been going out for 6 years, and he's been so helpful. He's been so loving, and I love him. I love every part of him. He helps me. He knows whenever I'm in pain. He'll cover me up with a blanket. He knows what painkiller to get out of my bag full of tricks I have. Gives me my water bottle and holds me. And he gets so upset sometimes because he can't help me. And I feel bad that he's crying sometimes, or he gets so frustrated. And it feels like it's my fault because I make him feel like that. My family, they're pretty supportive. My co-workers are very supportive. They understand. I was on progesterone for about 3 weeks and I couldn't take it anymore. The side effects were awful. At first I was very cautious on taking it, and my doctor could tell me it's okay, you can take it, nothing's gonna happen. So I took her word for it, and now I know that it's not good for me. I took it, and then the next day, all of a sudden, I felt so... It wasn't me. I woke up and I hated everything. I hated everybody. I hated the world. And I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lay in my bed and cry. And I felt so angry all the time. Angry enough to where I was flying off the handle at my boyfriend, and I flew off the handle at my grandma, and afterwards I realized what I just have done, and I would just cry. And then it's just like an emotional roller coaster, and then all of a sudden I had chest pains, and it really scared me. I know when you have an anxiety attack, it feels like someone's squeezing your heart and your lungs and you can't breathe. This wasn't it. It was where someone was almost sitting on me. And I just felt very, very tired. And I had to go home. And I called the doctor, and she said, just get off of him. And I did. And slowly each day, I got a little better, but this sleepiness all the time really took over my life, where I just slept a lot before and after work, and all I had the energy was to do my job, which is 3 hours a day. And to me, it feels like I shouldn't complain about 3 hours, but when you have this disease, it really eats you up. It eats everything up in your path where you can't do anything. And I only have so many spoons, and I have to use them wisely. I've always blamed myself for having this, and I wonder, what have I done to get this? And I've always blamed myself. I've hated myself every day. I still do. But I'm at the point where I gotta get out of this rut and start living my life, because I hate the way I am right now. So I'm seeing a therapist right now, trying to get my mind back on track. With this disease, it really ties you down, and I don't like being tied down. It really prevents you from living your life. For me, I'm probably at a stage 2. It might not be a big deal to other people, but to me, if you are living in my body and it feels like so many weights tied around you, that's what it feels like. And you're just constantly tired. And I forgot to mention I have fibromyalgia too, so that's a double whammy. When I have pain, it feels like someone is ripping your insides out, and just doing that over and over, and it feels like it's on fire. Just constantly, it wouldn't stop, and your legs would just, feels like your whole, my for me, it feels like my whole body's a live wire. It just won't stop hurting. It won't stop throbbing. And I would get frequent headaches, more than likely to have migraines. And it feels like someone's burning me with a poker over and over and over. And it feels like someone is kicking me in the stomach and kicking me in the back over and over again. Just feels congested. I'm not on any birth control at the moment because I feel like after 4 years of continuously taking it nonstop, avoiding a period, I thought it would be nice to give my body a rest from hormones because the side effects are just awful. And I don't think my body's really made for synthetic hormones at all. So I thought, maybe I could get my body back on track, hopefully. But every day it's getting harder and harder because the pain is getting worse every day. I'm really trying to use positive thinking. But since I'm going to therapy, I'm gonna try to really work at it. When you see somebody and you look at them and they look fine, maybe they're not. It's like when people look at me at a store, they probably think, oh, no, she doesn't have anything. No, I do. I have a lot. I have a lot going on. I have a lot of baggage, medical baggage, where more than you can comprehend, more than you can handle. And I'm sick of grinning and bear it every day, trying to be strong, and I can be strong for so long. And the only time I can really, really let loose and cry is in the shower, and that's 5 times a day. I hold a lot of things in, and I know I shouldn't. But that's just how it is for me. But, sorry for being so awkward. I'm trying to think of stuff on top of my head to talk about, but that's another thing for fibromyalgia and endo, is where you just get this fog in your brain and you just can't think of things to ask or to say, and you can't remember things a lot. So that's another bad thing about it. But that's my story. So thanks.